just seeing that little milestone is the best thing ever. Like, I cannot explain to you when she started bummy scooting, the joy, the pleasure that it had on us as parents. I mean, yeah, I want to see my daughter walk, but she's getting there. She's making progress. That gives me hope.
I think because of Richmond Hope that she's on that trajectory to not really need that much support, which is great for our family and for her.
But his 6th session here, he got up and he took his first steps in this gym at age 5.5. I started Richmond Hope Therapy Program to fill a need. There's a void in the community for children with special needs with complex medical conditions. And I felt like what was out there just wasn't enough. I decided to do this by myself. I had one assistant, and we quickly grew and grew and grew. So I added a physical therapist the next year and a physical therapist the next year. And finally, Bon Secours came to me and said, Cindy, we have similar needs and similar desires for these children with complex medical conditions. And I think that we should consider merging and coming together. That happened in 2012, and we've been able to reach so many more families and really make a difference in the lives of children and their families.
At age 2, we got on the waiting list at Hope Therapy Center when Jamin was missing all the milestones, not even bearing any weight on his legs. We started to really worry about walking and wonder, is he going to walk?
Amira was born with hydrocephalus in her 3rd ventricle. From 6 months onwards, we started noticing a lot of gross motor developmental delays with her. At her 9-month appointment, her head circumference had actually grown exponentially. And that's when we were rushed to a neurologist, and the neurologist then confirmed that, we need to go to the emergency room, like literally right now. That's when they found the cyst, and the next day she had surgery.
We found Richmond Hope after my daughter was diagnosed with a brain tumor at 2 months old, and she had a grapefruit-sized tumor in her head that needed to be removed, and she finished chemotherapy in October of 23. Once she started to feel better and come out of that is when we found Richmond Hope and started to work on the gross motor, fine motor, all the other stuff that she needed to really catch up on.
Junaid is 20 years old. He has cerebral palsy, and he's been coming here since 6 years old. His goals and focus of therapy has changed over time. So really what we wrap around is trying to figure out at each phase of life or timing is what are their goals for that 3 or 4 week intensive. As soon as I met Junaid, even though he does not have verbal speech, I knew he was so bright. There are many children that are so smart and without verbal speech people don't realize.
Richmond Hope helped me to drive.
And there's a lot of time spent for them to have to prove themselves, where it should never be that way. He didn't have to prove to me. I knew that he understood everything I'm saying. He was able to follow directions. But early on, a lot of their story was having to prove to different places and different things that he was capable.
Richmond Hope Therapy is known for its intensive therapy program, which to us means 5 days a week for 3 weeks. We currently have a waiting list. It's an average of 8 months to get in for their first intensive therapy session. That means some children get in sooner, some children get in longer than 8 months, which is really difficult. In our current space, we have max capacity, and I really want to grow the occupational therapy program, the speech therapy program, as well as PT, so that we can meet more people.
I truly love working here at Richmond Hope Therapy. It is a united group that really the beauty is everyone's always working together. You could be working with a child and another therapist has their eyes on and may know a child and they're like, hey, have you tried this? And I might pop over and say, hey, look at this, or why don't you try this? This worked great. So the staff that is here, it's always a holistic approach that's looking at how do we help these kids achieve their goals in the big spectrum, right? Physical therapy is a small piece. But then when you're looking at helping these families find hope and believing just as much as they believe, because you see that these kids are capable, you don't stop until you can find a way to help these families find the next step.
So when we first came to Hope Therapy, we were kind of amazed at the amount of stuff that they had here, the equipment, like a lot of things just to help Amira succeed or get ahead in life.
What I love about the Richmond Hope Therapy Center is that they have so many tools here and so many opportunities, and I have seen my son on almost every piece of equipment in this entire center, and it has taken everything to get him from non-ambulatory to on his feet.
As soon as our EI therapist had mentioned these intensives, of course, like any mom trying to help their kid was online trying to what's an intensive? What are these things? And looking up locations that had intensives and seeing these cages and all these contraptions that they had that I was like, they don't have this at her outpatient therapy. What is that?
We have really benefited from the support of the Bon Secours Foundation and their donors, and we could not do what we do. We could not educate my staff. We could not have the high-tech equipment that we have without the incredible support from the foundation and their donors. For example, some of our equipment is $10,000, $20,000, $120,000, $250,000. So this equipment is really costly. And for us to be at the top of our game and to provide the best quality and high-tech therapy that we can, we need all of these tools at our disposal. For families not to have to wait on the waiting list long, to get them at the most impactful time in their lives would really make a difference. It was so evident that I needed support from the Bon Secours Foundation to fulfill my dreams and my needs. And when we see children 5 days a week for 3 weeks, insurance and Medicaid doesn't necessarily reimburse us for as much as we professionally think that these children need. But when we have those magic moments, we never look back. And I could cry because I'm the one that I meet every single family before they come. And to hear their stories is really impactful. And if we can make a difference and make their lives better and easier, even one little bit, then I've done my job.
I just want to say, please help the foundation, because the impact that it has made on my daughter and my family, and the mere fact that they have given us literal hope, has just changed our world and our confidence in the fact that my daughter is going to be independent.
My hope would be that all families get an opportunity to have the experience that we got to have here. I wish that the waiting list would lift. I wish that there was more opportunity to get all of these kids on their feet. And I hope that you could find it in your heart to really help the quality of the lives in the way that we have had help through this program.
If you're thinking about donating to a worthy cause, I would really encourage you to support the Bon Secours Richmond Foundation and making a donation to support the Hope Therapy Center, where my daughter has been receiving treatment. It's been a game changer for her and for our whole family. She's gone from being a little baby who could barely sit up on her own to a walking, talking little joy. So please consider donating today.
Thank you for donations.